Today, I will be teaching you all about the rhetorical device anaphora. Anaphora is defined by the repetition of a word or words at the beginning of two or more successive verses, clauses, or sentences. We use anaphora in our everyday life, and we don't really know it. If I'm telling a story, I'll often use "and then" to show a time lapse or a change. So I'll say I went to the store, and then I bought some cookies, and then a soda, and then I went home. That's anaphora. The repetition of the beginning of sentences have effectiveness because the key words and ideas are often emphasized and can have an emotional pull. Repetition also helps the line become memorable to the reader. The speaker's words often have rhythm and cadence. In his famous speech, Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God, Jonathan Edwards used anaphora by saying, "And there is no other reason to be given why you have not dropped into hell since you arose in the morning, but that God has helped you up. There is no other reason to be given why you have not gone to hell, since you have sat here in the house of God, provoking his pure eyes by your sinful, wicked manner of attending his solemn worship. Yeah, there is nothing else that is to be given as a reason why you know not this very moment drop down into hell." Just like any other rhetorical device, anaphora has rules and it can often be overused. One rule to help you remember to not overuse anaphora is called the rule of three. In Steve Jobs' commencement speech in 2005, he states, "My doctor advised me to go home and get my affairs in order," which is doctor's code for prepare to die. It means to try to tell your kids everything you thought you'd have to tell them the next 10 years in just a few months. It means to make sure everything is buttoned up so that it will be as easy as possible for your family. It means to say your goodbyes. Steve Jobs repeats "it means to" 3 times within this speech, which is an example of anaphora. Another example of anaphora was used in Barack Obama's inaugural address in 2009. He repeats "for us" 3 times as he Is there an example of a popular text using anaphora effectively while avoiding the rule of 3? Why, yes, there is. Poor Richard's Almanac, Franklin states, "Let no pleasure tempt thee, no profit allure thee, no ambition corrupt thee, no example sway thee, no persuasion move thee to do anything which thou knowest to be evil. So shalt thou always live jollily, for a good conscience is a continual Christmas." Franklin repeats the word "no" several times within the statement while still getting his point across. Another example of this is the Declaration of Independence, a very important document to our country. He is repeated several times, yet the point is still gotten across. Conclusion: a rhetorical device that is used to emphasize the author's point by using the repetition of the same words at the beginning of a sequence of sentences or ideas, while being cautious of not overusing the repetition, is called anaphora. I hope you all enjoyed this lesson, and I hope you use anaphora soon.